Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. I want to show you one of my Christmas presents because I was a good boy this year. My Berkey. Most of you have seen these and know what these are. One of the absolute best water filtration systems out there. I've been eyeing them for a while, and my wife, I think this was in October, she said, what would you like for Christmas? I said, I don't know. I don't know. And she said, well, okay, would you like another gun? I said, no, I'm gunned out. I got plenty of guns. She said, really? I said, I want a Berkey water filter. And she kind of gave me that eye roll, yeah. And she said, what is that? And so I told her I'd been doing research on it and told her about it and showed her, and we read all the reviews, and I showed her how out here in our area that our water provider is doing pumping more water from our local river, and conversely they are dumping more treated sewage into the same river. So that poses a problem. We are also smack in the middle of coal country, so 1,400 feet below my house is a coal mine, and they're full of coal mines and different seams all the way up. And you always wonder about what kind of chemicals have been leaching into the water table, petroleum products, dust, silica, sand, sediments, stuff like that, rust. This Berkey will filter down to damn near zero all of that, and with a little tweaking it will do a lot of different stuff as well. Show it to you. Now, the killer thing about the Berkey is there's no electricity involved. There are no moving parts. This is a drip method that allows the water to come in contact with the carbon media filters, and as it slowly filters down through it, that's why it's able to filter out and reduce and remove so many chemicals and hazards and viruses and bacteria. And that's what guys, now we're back, and I'm just going to read off of this site here. It says Berkey purifiers use proprietary micropore technology to achieve contaminant reduction of 99.9999%. This extreme level of purification, called 7-log reduction, means that no more than 1 part per 10 million of the original contaminant remains. The standard is 1,000 times more stringent than what's required to label a system as a simple water filter. Systems achieving 7-log reduction provide ultra-pure water not only in normal conditions but also in circumstances of extreme and highly dangerous contamination. And it will filter out alpha and beta radiological contaminants as well. Systems achieving 7-log reduction provide ultra-pure water not only in normal conditions but also in circumstances of extreme and highly dangerous contamination. And unlike many purifiers, black Berkey elements are cleanable. Scotch-Brite pad is all you need to remove exterior buildup and extend element life. Each element can clean up to 3,000 gallons of water. Bunch of blah blah. What they're saying is it's good, and they're good, and they know they're good. The black elements are around $105, something like that. They should last for 6,000 gallons, this pair. Now we're back. And one other nice thing, this will hydrate, it says a family of 4. Basically it's going to give you 4 gallons of water an hour, and the bottom reservoir holds around 3 1/4 gallons anytime. And so what I do is I fill this up and it flows through it, and then I fill up all our water bottles and coffee tank and everything else, make our tea. So it works out really well. Now we also have on here, see if I can pick this up with one hand, the arsenic and the lead filters. I went ahead and sprung for those. Those things are 50 or 60 bucks. But they're really good at filtering out a lot of the extra just extra contaminants. One of the things that we were having a problem with, you would get in the shower and the water would smell like buttered garlic. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they're putting in the water to make it smell like that. It smells fantastic, but it smells like garlic and butter. And I'm not crazy. My wife smells it too. And I kept thinking, my God, why are we drinking this crap? And this is one of the things that we were looking to remedy. This is also in line with our preparations as far as long-term water storage and use. We'll buy later on another pair of black filters and set them aside. Those filters, they say you can, with regular use, it lasts you about a year. So we'll have that, and there's probably different ways you can extend it. Okay guys, now we're back. We're out here in my shop, and I want to show you, if you've watched for any length of time, you know that we do a lot of our prepping and everything, and we keep some stuff out here. This is some of our water storage. I have about 1,000 gallons of fresh water that can be used from the tap as needed. Nothing has to be done with it. Actually, what I would do though, I would take this and pull this out and pour it through the Berkey now that I have it. I do have other filtering media, bleach, shock, and filters. I have a lot of other bleach and everything stored aside. And the Berkey was filling in for one of the holes that I had in my preparations. So my water preparations are damn near done. There is one other thing I want to do. I want to do some water catchment off of our roofs so I can get water and do some sort of a cistern containment, which shouldn't be terribly hard to do. We also have 2 creeks on the property, so that flow year round, there being one. Now, kicking the butt, like I said, we're down here in coal country, so everything out here, I wouldn't drink it out of the creeks. So the Berkey will filter out contaminants, organophosphates, any kind of overspray of Roundup, anything like that. And I think it should do a good job as far as taking care of us and keeping us all healthy. And we can even use it for the pets as well. There's Stink Butt Murray. Okay guys, now we're back. And then, just for like quick use stuff, we also I keep about a pallet of bottled water scattered throughout here and around on the property. And this is just for like grab and go if my neighbors needed, power goes out and the water goes down, which it does here. Can take them 2 or 3 cases of water over and help them out. Generally the water tank up on the hill, you can't see it from here, if it's filled when the power goes out, it will last about a week, and we've had power go out for about 10 days. So at that point, water becomes a concern. So this is some of the stuff that we're doing. I could break this Berkey down and show it to you, but you've seen videos of that and everything. And when it comes time to clean it, we'll try to clean it once a month and scrub the filters. We'll definitely do a cleaning of that. But I'm really excited that we're able to get this, and hopefully that will remedy the problem we're having with that stinking water. Okay guys, now we're back. And speaking of the creeks, this is one of the ones. Now, across the road, there is a lake. It goes through my neighbor's horse pasture. Okay, yeah, horse pasture. And then the lake, it's a small lake, it's pretty good size, was originally used to hold coal tailings. So again, we're getting into the industrial waste. Now this water looks pretty clear, and it flows pretty good. I sure wouldn't drink it. But now that we've got a dependable and reliable way to filter it, It's not a problem. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I've got my Sawyer Minis. We have 3 of them, and then we have the larger Sawyer family filtration system. We've got those, and those are fantastic. And we each keep one in our go-home bag in each of our vehicles, and as well as probably like a case of water, just for stuff. But I never really thought how important the water was until I started doing research on the water quality around here, which is just like, dang, you know. My grandfather, I don't know what he'd think if he knew I was buying water, because they would just go drink it out of the spring, you know. Of course, this was 70 years ago, but can't do that now. I wouldn't do it anymore. I have had Giardia before. Beaver fever is not. Okay guys, now we're back. And what an appropriate way to end the video on water. Is it starting to rain? And here in Alabama, it's still legal for you to harvest water off of your roofs. Can you believe that's illegal in some places? But the thing is, we would run gutters off of the roof, put a cistern collection system over on the side over there, and something that would let the first 5 or 6 gallons of water bypass, and that way we wouldn't get as much bird poop and tar residue, and then fill the cistern up. Obviously, since we're dealing with an asphalt shingle roof, all that water is going to have to be filtered as well. So that is the last thing that we're going to do as far as our water preps, and then I will check that one off as done, and hopefully the first part of this year we can get that accomplished. That's not to say that we're not going to continue to set aside cases of water and stuff like that, because it would just be silly not to, as cheap as water is, or the occasional gallon of bleach, you know, water purification tabs or extra Sawyer Mini when we need to. But it's just one of the things that we're having to do in today's life. This is, I guess, this isn't like the pioneer prepping. This is the modern day prepping that you have to prep. Not like crossing a desert where there wasn't water. It's just there's water, but you're scared to drink it. So now we got to figure out ways to filter everything. But that's the way it is all over the place. In just a second, guys, you're going to see a picture of my ugly mug pop up over here, as well as my beautiful wife, who was sick, by the way, for Christmas. Fa la la. And on the opposite side are going to be some videos if you're indeed your brand of wacky. Take a look and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. We're going to do a lot of new stuff this coming year, 2019. Take care of you people.